Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV. It's time for a review of the 5th studio album by Canadian pop star Avril Lavigne, someone that I've really looked up to in the pop music world for a while now. Listened to her a whole lot growing up. Let Go, definitely one of my favorite pop albums of all time. And just over the years, she's made so many songs that have really either connected with me, felt more personal than other pop songs. Overall, she's just definitely got more integrity as an artist, in my opinion. 2011 definitely saw a shift in style, but probably due in part to her divorce from Sum 41 frontman Derek Werbly. And the divorce there, everything was just a mess. Her life there at that time got poured out into that album, and it resulted in a lot of ballads, power ballads, minus a few more upbeat pop songs like the single What the Hell. And with this album that she comes back with, self-titled, she's reinvented herself, she's remarried, and now to Nickelback frontman, who is also Canadian once again, Chad Kroeger. Chad Kroeger actually features on this record on the song Let Me Go, which is a power ballad that definitely reminds me of old school Avril. A lot of the things that made her great in the first place. It's definitely got symphonic elements to it. It's got just a lot of building power, powerful vocal performances from both artists here. Chad and Avril's voices sound really well together, and I like that he was included on this track. I don't know if I could see him on any of these other tracks. I knew that he was going to be on the album, like for example, if they had thrown him on Hello, Heartache, or Sippin' on Sunshine, I just don't think it would have meshed as well. They definitely channeled it right here and got him on the right track. Some of these songs were co-written and co-produced with Martin Johnson, lead man of Boys Like Girls, who I don't see being around much longer as a band because Martin Johnson has just really taken off into the singer-songwriter type thing and writing songs for a lot of other artists, and he's been pretty successful there, showcasing it here, writing tracks or co-writing tracks like Rock and Roll, Here's to Never Growing Up. Here's to Never Growing Up saw chart success in the US and other countries, peaking at number 20 in the US. That song initially, I believe I gave a 3.5 out of 5 to on Beyond ARTV when I did a track review, but I've definitely come around more on that song. It's definitely dance pop, something that's just going to make you want to move. It's a good song to jam to with your friends. Cliche a little bit lyrically, yes, but we got to keep in mind here that Avril is a pop star and that she's, trying to appeal to mainstream audiences here, and I have to go into her songs thinking that, and I'm not expecting, lyrical masterminds here and like things that are just totally going to blow me away, but she does do a good job of bringing new creative things to the table. Rock and Roll really impressed me. Definitely my favorite song on this album. It's got a guitar solo and it was released as a single. Bold move on Avril's part. Probably not ever going to get played on the radio. That would be awesome if it did, but it's something that's really going to please her fans and already has. I know me in particular, I'm very happy and satisfied with that song. She doesn't censor herself. She just does what she does. She's Avril Lavigne, and she's in your face at times, and other times she shows her more vulnerable sides on tracks like Hello, Heartache, which is another one of my favorites. That one and Let Me Go are probably two of the more power ballads / more emotionally in tune songs that I really enjoy from this record. Hello, Heartache, while I have to say yes, it does dip into generic territory lyrically, it's something that just I can't help but like because of the fact that, it's Avril and she does it very well and presents herself very well on these tracks. Then she gets a little bit more experimental. There's tracks like Bad Girl featuring Marilyn Manson, which really features some deep growls from Manson and just Avril going a little bit crazy. There's guitars galore on this track, and just it's got a dark and a little bit just kind of twisted side to it, and it's something that really makes it stand out from the pack, and it's grown on me the more and more I've listened to it, and I really like it. It's turned into one of my overall favorites. Speaking of experimental, another track I wanted to mention was Hello Kitty, which I think will definitely be a big hit overseas. I don't know why. I think Japan has a lot of Avril Lavigne fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see that being a big hit over there because I'm not sure what language she's speaking on this track. You know, obviously the majority of it is in English, but it's definitely got influences all over the place that show Avril's, you know, electronic side, I guess. Then she wanted to infuse some more of that into her music. But I really respect that she has not made an electro pop album here by any means. It's just that she played around on some of these tracks with different elements. And on Hello Kitty, it's definitely got more of a dubstep and dance feel to it. And it's something that at first I was kind of just shaking my head at, but, you know, it's kind of become a guilty pleasure. But, you know, like Anthony Fantano always says, no guilty pleasures, so I just straight up, I guess, enjoy this track for the most part. 17 is a track that sees Avril getting a little bit nostalgic on us, and I understand that she's looking back on things and kind of reflecting about, you know, when she was 17 and all of the great things she did, but at the same time, you know, it's just, the whole album feels focused at the beginning kind of on like youth, and then the other half is focused on growing up. And she's got a track called Here's to Never Growing Up. So it seems a little bit conflicting here, all over the place lyrically in terms of, you know, where she's at as a person. She's 29 years old now. I cannot believe that. She's almost 30. So it's just that Avril is sending out a little bit of mixed signals here. 17 is still an enjoyable track for me, as well as Bitchin' Summer. That's another one that, you know, it sees Avril taking on a little bit more almost like talk rap style at some points of the song, and it sounds a little bit weird and strange, but at the same time I still enjoy Bitchin' Summer for what it is. Maybe not one of my overall favorites, but still a pretty solid track. There's more generic tracks that you would kind of expect on a pop album. Some people definitely will love them. Me personally, I just have to skip right over them, like Hush Hush, Fallin' Fast. I do like the piano style of Hush Hush, but it's not something that I'm totally into. You Ain't Seen Nothin' Yet is kind of, I really want to enjoy that track, but I can't quite come around on it. So overall, Avril definitely delivered here on the self-titled record for the most part. There's tracks that are going to please longtime fans, conflict some. It's just going to be a mixed bag for some people, but I think it's a pretty solid record. 4 out of 5 from me. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below, and let me know what I should review next. Should I review Arcade Fire? Should I review Hello Goodbye? Let me know in the comments, like I said, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching Album Review TV, Beyond the Reviews, and make sure you check out all the links in the description down below.